everyone. In this session, we are going to discuss about human skeletal system, joints, and how does they help in body movements. Different type of body movements are affected by combined action of bones and muscles. Our human skeletal system consists of 206 bones. Based on their position, they are divided into axial skeleton and appendicular skeleton. Axial skeleton consists of bones which provide structure and shape to our body. Appendicular skeleton consists of bones which help in body movement. Let us see the bones included under axial skeleton. Skull, sternum, ribs and vertebral column are the bones in axial skeleton. Pectoral girdle, forelimbs, pelvic girdle, hind limbs are the bones in the appendicular skeleton. There are 29 bones in the skull. In sternum, 1. Sternum is also known as chest bone. Ribs, 12 pairs are there. So in total, 24 in number. Vertebral column, 26 in number. So all together, the number of bones in axial skeleton, it is 80. Pectoral girdle consists of 4 bones. Bones in forelimb are 60 in number. Pelvic girdle consists of 2 bones. Bones in hind limbs are 60 in number. So all together in appendicular skeleton there are 126 bones. So in human skeleton all together it is 206 bones. Let us examine how the combined action of bones and muscles facilitate a variety of movements. We can easily understand this by observing the movement of muscles and bones of our hands. A movement is effective and complete when the muscles work in unison with bones. On folding the forelimbs, the flexor muscle contracts and the extensor muscle relaxes. I repeat, on folding the forelimbs, the flexor muscle contracts and the extensor muscle relaxes. On extending the forelimb, the extensor muscle contracts and the flexor muscle relaxes. I repeat, on extending the forelimb, the extensor muscle contracts and the flexor muscle relaxes. When one muscle contracts, the other muscle relaxes. The action of these pairs of muscles are opposite in action. Such type of muscles which are opposite in action are called antagonistic muscles. The pairs of muscles which are opposite in their action are called as antagonistic muscles. The action of antagonistic muscles is the basis of almost all the movements of the body. Do you know what is a joint? Joint is the meeting place of two bones. Joint helps in movements as well as provide more flexibility to bones. The nature of movement varies with nature of joints. In lower classes, you have already learnt about the basic classification of joints. Immovable joint, it is also known as fixed joint. Partially movable joint and movable joint. Movable joint is also known as perfect joint. An example for immovable joint is bones of the skull. An example for partially movable joint is the adjacent vertebrae in the backbone. Adjacent vertebrae in the backbone. Now let us learn more about movable joints. Movable joints allow free movement of bones in various directions. There are 4 different types of movable joints. They are pivot joint, hinge joint, ball and socket joint, and gliding joint. Pivot joint enables the movement in different directions. Example of pivot joint is the point where the first vertebrae joins the skull. The second type of joint, it is known as hinge joint. It got the name hinge joint because the structure resembles like a hinge. It enables the movement in one direction only. Example for hinge joint is elbow joint and knee joint. Elbow joint and knee joint. The third type of joint is known as ball and socket joint. It got the name ball and socket because the bones in a joint resembles like a ball and socket. It enables the movement in all planes. Example is shoulder joint and hip joint. The fourth type of joint is known as gliding joint. It enables the movement to slide over each other. It enables the movement to slide over each other. Example, wrist joint and ankle joint. Wrist joint and ankle joint. Now let us see the functions of skeletal system. It helps in body movement. It protects our internal organs. It helps in production of blood cells. It helps in the hearing process. It provides shape and structure to our body. Hope everyone understood the different types of joint and how does it helps in movement.